Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with Vox O'Clock, episode 4 of the enhanced version of Critical Role. Thanks to Enhanced for Critters, we have the great enhanced episode. So last I just saw, because I did a full Patreon hour, I did the math later, I don't know what I was thinking last night, but I did the math, I was able to do a full Patreon hour, and we could still do an 18-minute video for YouTube, which is the longest yet for Campaign 1, and still have exactly an hour and a half. So we're in luck. Unless I did that math wrong, I will go right to the very end. We'll even watch the outros because it usually ends the episode and then it goes to the outro. But the outro is Matt saying goodnight, and we always watch those when we did Campaign 2. So that being said, we just had a banger of a Patreon hour. We talked a lot to Clarota. Basically, that was most of, if not all of the episode, was us getting information from Clarota. Pike obviously joined the crew because Ashley Johnson's here. Well, you don't see her yet, but you'll see her in a second. Ashley Johnson was back. I was saying during the Patreon hour, they didn't bring her in right away. They were like, you know, playing for a minute or two probably. And then Matt was saying, you hear like metal armor coming near you or something like that. And I was like, oh my God, what is this? And then they're like, and up walks Pike. And I'm like, oh, I wish they didn't have Ashley Johnson sitting there. Now, granted, they did like a 15-minute thing of announcements and stuff like that. So I understand why she's there. But I feel like it would have had such a greater impact having Ashley Johnson come in if we didn't know she was there. Because I was like, what is this person approaching in armor? Assuming it couldn't be Pike because Pike is already sitting at the table with us. But I get it. She hadn't quite made it on the scene yet. But I was like, oh, it would have been great if like she walked in and I'm like, oh shit, Ashley Johnson. Seeing her already there kind of like took away from the surprise. Maybe they did a surprise announcement or something and I ruined it for myself. I don't know. But besides that, we have literally just devised a plan where we are going to have Scanlan go invisible. He has a ring where you can't tamper with his mind because we got a lot of answers from Clarota about being seen means everyone can see you. It's a hive mind type thing. We talked about the Elder Mind, and that is how he has the ability, or that creature has the ability to control all the Duergar. So we're going to fly in as flies, Liam and Mr. Sam over there, Vax and Scanlan, while others ride in blinding light distraction, and we get in, use the ring where he can't sense or use mind control on us, and appear and kill him. We're going to kill the general. So that is what we're doing. We're going to jump in. We'll talk more at the end. If you want to see more of what I do, in the description is the link for Patreon, where you'll see the Patreon hour exclusive for every episode of Campaign 1 and 2. You want your own requested movie or show, that's where you go. And you ask me to watch whatever you want at a certain tier level, I will do so. That is how we have thousands of exclusives, like Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest, Outer Banks, and Eureka. We're doing Pushing Daisies, Good Omens, just started, Schitt's Creek, and Leverage. Finished up with Cobra Kai Season 6, the final season, and we are currently starting Yellow Jackets and Severance new seasons. Check it all out in full, unedited, if not. Vox O'Clock, episode 4, Critical Role.
I have to rest so I can,
yes.
And I'm going to read up on this daylight spell, so that me and you can both cast it.
All right, daylight spell, shining light. Scanlan and Vax do their magic. Laura Bailey is not here. We've heard from Vex once, right before I cut it. Someone brought up, what does Vex think about? I think it was Sam. And Matt had one thing to say, and that was it.
Okay, I would recommend doing it after rest.
Okay.
I feel like in the beginning it said Laura might pop in though. So is it like Laura might come in later on?
Make some flowers.
I was gonna look, but I'll let myself be surprised.
I'm gonna do a little bit of work on that first trick arrow, on the trap arrow.
Okay.
Just since I've got a little time.
Go ahead and make a roll.
That's what am I rolling?
Your engineering, or your Tinker's Kit.
Where's my engineering? It's just an intelligence roll, right?
Plus your Tinker's Kit. Where's your proficiency? It's down underneath.
Plus your Tinker's Kit.
Proficiency is the very bottom left.
Yeah, I don't have a number for that.
You can add your proficiency modifier to the intelligence check. So add your intelligence modifier plus 4.
Oh, thank you.
His intelligence is probably pretty high.
All right, and
that's
so
a nice one.
I was just trying to make a.
I would assume Tiberius has the highest
arrow.
intelligence.
Arrow.
But Percy is extremely intelligent to be able to like
type
build and create and stuff.
Were fired, it would be a grapple check against the
definitely, no offense, but he's got to be more smart, smarter. As I'm talking about intelligence.
I've got a couple of them. in my-
Yeah.
He's got to be smarter than Vax, Vex, Pike, Scanlan, Grog. Like, I maybe Keyleth. Keyleth and Tiberius probably have the next highest. Percy's up there.
Oh, I'd be happy to.
I would think Tiberius is the smartest, but probably
A
then
great deal from you as well.
Percy and Keyleth.
Later. Anyway, later, of course. Yeah.
Thank you,
I go to my
Clarota. Sorry, I'm very
So,
hyper.
Clarota
I was
closes
very
his
much
eyes
enjoying
and
the
goes
last
into a
episode.
meditative stance. The rest of you, those who have spells to choose, go ahead and choose your spells accordingly for the next day.
Well, luckily we're not there.
Rub it in.
Sharpening my axe.
Travis was
Good.
extremely funny. Grog was extremely funny the last hour.
All right.
Put a pot on his head, using the pot to defend against mind control. He had a comment at the end of the episode. I can't remember what it was, but it was about lighthouse. Oh, he was a
So, as
lighthouse
you all have your
crushing
evening's rest,
fools and bringing
not
death
very
or something.
comfortable.
I was like,
Number
that
one, you're in
was
the middle of
great
tent
the way
of
he
the
said it.
Goblinoid city. Second, just the general proximity of sleeping near an illithid, you just have a general sense of unsettling dreams, imagery that is disturbing.
Great.
Pike, you have many flashbacks to the vision you had, and actually wake partway through the night in a cold sweat. As you wake up, you all kind of slowly come to. It's about 4 hours into the evening's rest. You hear feel a slight tremor, a familiar tremor that you felt once before in this cavern. You'd feel the ground begin to vibrate and shake.
I get up, I look around.
I said this during the Patreon hour. You could hear them whispering in their mics, and it was freaking
Eyes are
me
open,
out
just
because
sitting
I literally just now I heard Ashley whisper, but I didn't see her do it, and I thought someone I thought a freaking ghost was in my ear, like someone was like next to me. I was like, what the fuck? Their mics are very sensitive. Every whisper
Everyone
is
stealth
picked
check.
up.
Oh,
Stealth check. Yeah, I'm assuming I was like maybe in campaign 2, from what I remember, they kind of mimic to each other. They must have realized we are
14.
whispering in our mics and stopped doing it in campaign 2.
One?
One. Ashley Johnson
natural
rolled
ones?
2 natural 20s.
after her,
And then
her two natural
2 natural. Yes, they're magic. Sam just explained it.
I'm new to armor.
Wait, you both
First
rolled
2
natural
rolls
ones.
ever.
Those both count as 2 failures.
Fuck.
Thankfully, the rest of your group all rolled pretty high, so it was 4 versus 5.
Yes.
You guys just barely succeed. As you all hold still,
my
barely
God.
breathe, the rumbling intensifies.
2
and
natural
goes
ones.
on
Well,
for a good
I love
minute
it because
before
they
eventually
did
subsides.
not matter.
Aw. Thought we were gonna get a warm up.
Fades into the distance.
They did not matter. That couldn't have been
complete.
better timed
Appears to be no issue.
for 2 natural ones, and she
Because-
literally just got 2 natural 20s.
To me, these creatures, they pick up on movement in that sound. Be wary.
What creatures are you speaking of now? This is something.
the
other
rumbling
than-
creatures.
But what are they?
Probably buttholes.
I've only got glimpses.
This is something worse than Umber Hulks.
Rather sting me.
Larger, yeah.
Balls of the Underdark.
Larger than Umber Hulks.
All right, we've all
He
wrestled
also,
out.
Clarota talked about. Well, we don't know. We were saying we don't know if it's a he, but I'm assuming it's a he, or it has no gender. But
followers, they would be some sort of.
he was saying there's this monster in the lake that's older and more ancient and intelligent than us, or
Yeah,
something
guys,
like
so
that.
you're aware, every 50 subscribers we're giving away an awesome Sunday game.
That happened a lot too in
So-
the Patreon hour.
Oh, there you go. Well, congratulations. We already got a winner, and we'll be putting those out for every 50 subscribers we get tonight. I'll be choosing one to win that awesome award.
I can't wait till they start showing
So keep that in
the
mind.
sub ticker. At right now, how many subs do you think they had on this
So the plan
episode?
is again.
Because
you
I know
and
at a point they
stealth
start having a
first,
sub counter,
attack with light.
and at that
What's
point,
first? What's second? What
they
happens?
weren't like even at
Well, I need to
10,000.
take
I
a
don't
moment
think.
and I'm gonna look
I feel like they
around
were
and see if I can
around 10 or
find
12,000 when I started remembering a sub
anywhere
counter.
around the camp.
Okay.
Is this plan
Go ahead and make a
gonna
survival
be
check.
pitch?
If my
Actually, this will be investigation. Make an investigation.
Oh, I got the exact same number.
Like how quickly did they? I mean, they must have built
It takes
quick.
about an hour. You managed to find essentially a few
Because-
piles of
This is 10 years
rather
ago, and they're
disgusting,
in the
sticky
millions. I think.
goblinoid refuse
What are they at? Well, that we
that
can't
you
see.
imagine would probably stick.
Critical
and
Role's
burn
got to be in the
pretty well.
millions, right?
In a, in a pitch
I'm-
type way,
I'm,
yeah.
like, I'm paying
You find
attention.
just
I
a
just need
whole
to know
bunch of
because I'm
goblin shit.
impatient.
Let's cook it up a little.
Critical roll.
How do you feel about lacing
I'll
it with
make
some
some
gunpowder?
2.5 million almost. That's
pretty good.
freaking
All right,
nuts.
Matt.
I honestly was like, it's got to be over 1 million, but I don't think I've ever looked.
So here's how I think this goes.
2.5 million
I
almost.
think
That's
the team
crazy. I mean,
Infuses the carpet.
I'm
and
curious,
any
before
shields
Vox
or
Machina, I
headbox
feel like
they
the
have
animated
with
show
radiant light.
must have really
They go in and
boosted
make a
them.
big stink on the side of the camp. You and I go in.
Like
You're
having a show
invisible,
on
I'm
Amazon
a-
Prime, people
Fly
that
for
never
me.
heard of it probably discovered
Mosquito,
it.
dragonfly, whatever you'd like.
Yes, let's say fly.
Ladybug.
Fly like a fly.
We go in, find the illithid, and then we pop in.
Look at
You yell,
Sam.
"Hey, Spanky!" Throw the goblin shit in its face.
Or I try to blind
You
it.
yell, "Hey, Spanky!" Little Rascals reference.
Both.
Both. Why not both?
Both.
Okay.
We want to increase our odds.
Yeah, there was a whole
As soon as
debate
he's
over
blind,
how to blind
I go
him,
in for the kill.
and then Sam was like, "By the way, I
And
got a
then
blindness spell."
It's on us to deal with what happens after that.
It's playtime.
It's playtime.
Yeah.
Might I suggest one other
Let's
wrinkle?
do that.
Please do.
Remember, there are some dwarves being held captive.
There are the two dwarves. I
Make our
honestly
way down
completely
and
forgot
release
about
them.
We
them.
don't need all of them now.
I usually
cause
remember
further
things like that.
distraction or
I
to
was
get
so
some
caught
allies
up in
on
the
the
greatness
inside.
of the
Well,
plan
we
that I
only
forgot about
find
the hostages.
Mind control.
Seems unreliable, yes, mind control.
They're probably ready to fight, like me.
Grog, we understand. You want
Grog is
to
phenomenal.
bash some
Kill.
kids.
I love it. This is Travis at his best.
All right. Is there
I was
anyone
not a
else
huge
for
Ford
parties
fan
who
in the
can
beginning. He
help
grew
us
on me like
sell
every Mighty Nine guy
all
or girl, but
Okay.
Ford I wasn't a big fan of in the beginning. Grog is so good, which is funny because Bo is my favorite right off the jump.
Rock formations. You also notice
and
that
Ford
or you
was,
remember
like, my
last time,
least
there's
favorite,
the
and now
main
they've,
square
like,
that had the raised
reversed.
Platform, yeah.
and then there was the small stone barracks.
Like,
where it seems
Keela's
both
not my
the
least
Mind
favorite.
Flayer
I mean, she
and
might
the
be.
Duergar
Everyone's so good.
general both went back in.
We gotta go in.
I mean,
the barracks.
Tiberius is my
That's
least
where you saw
favorite,
at least they
but we don't even know Tiberius in the animated show.
So there's two targets.
So we gotta go
Tiberius
in
is
and
my
then go
least
in.
favorite. Keyleth might be my next. That's
he's
crazy
out,
because she
nobody's-
flip flopped from
then
worst to
it's- then
favorite
they're all
Marisha.
Separate.
Like
He's
in campaign.
playing chess with all his minions until we take him out.
I hate
Right.
chess.
So we all strike right on him.
I was saying during the Patreon hour too, I feel like when we kill this
The rest
thing,
of
the
us.
Illithid,
What should we
that
do? I have many.
there will be a
options,
moment
and
of
they're all fun.
confusion or
So,
grogginess, pun
what's it?
intended, with the
Sniper
Duergar.
rifle. I should think that
So
you
we'll have our
want
chance
put
to get a
something taking
huge
a
advantage
position.
on attack.
I'll do that at first, but then eventually I'm going to just have to jump into the fray.
No, yes, I mean, of course, our onslaught to the rest of the camp that we're about to do, right? Make a bunch of noise, bunch of light.
How are you going to get Grog over there?
Well, I mean,
I'm gonna put a giant sunlight beacon on his head, and I'm gonna release him to the wilds.
Yes, but there's no bridge. We
Well,
talked
go
about
Grog is still wearing a pot, and he was saying like you could use the light to reflect off the pot and make it like a
How do we get it over
blinding
there?
light
But
even better.
Tiberius talked about making him light as a feather.
Or you could fly
His
me.
tricks.
Oh yes, you can fly him, right?
actually, you could fly. And
Why don't we turn my pot into a lighthouse and then you
Take me
fly
over
me
there.
over and I'll
There we go. Turn my pot into a lighthouse.
I like that.
Clarota, is there anything
we
you
can-
can do to help
The
us
abominable
with some
snowman walk. That was like a mummy. I feel like he meant a mummy. I don't know abominable snowmen that walk like that. Unless I don't know. I don't know a lot of them though.
Swear to protect me from harm.
You have our word.
I feel like Clarota might die. Because if I've never heard of him and I've seen 3 seasons of Mighty Nine,
Work swiftly.
either he dies or they just
Overs.
didn't include him.
Most of the city. Get to that barrack, storm it, and take out the mind player that resides.
So,
That's the
So
plan,
let's,
sir.
let's set down right in the middle of the thing.
right, well, I was gonna say, can we set down
That's
to
you two.
where
It's all
we're
of us.
kind of backing you guys up, holding the fort down while you guys go?
Well, we all have to. There's no bridge, so
Right.
we all
We all
have
have to get there.
I'm not worried about that.
to get over
You can
together,
all
get to the
across.
edge.
Yes,
and
but
then-
where are we going to make land? In the middle of the shit next to the barracks?
I say we might as well go closest to the barracks as we can get.
Okay. And then you and I can
That's-
get in the barracks.
As
That's a good
close as
idea.
we
If
could
we-
get
if we go
without
as high as
being
we
seen.
can and just
Clarota
hug
said
the
many
ceiling
times,
of this
if
motherfucker,
they see you
and then go
once,
down in the middle,
it's a
and
hive
as we're going
mind,
down,
everyone sees you,
you turn
and they
into a
could
flying
sense
go
you and
invisible.
get in your freaking
And
head.
that's when all hell breaks loose.
I like that one.
Grog is waiting for that one.
No time like the present.
Grog has been waiting to attack.
Buffing people like crazy.
Hands up if you're in. I'm in.
I cast Don't
It's gonna be buffing us like vampire slayers. There we go.
Oh, just
Question to the dungeon master.
Yes,
I think my polymorph spell is a concentration spell.
it is. Yes.
I'm going solo.
Do it.
I can get you in. I
Oh,
can make you fly, but I can't be invisible at the same time.
he can't do
I
both
will-
at the same time.
I
I
will
didn't even think of that.
All right.
If shit goes south, I will peel off and join
Can we
the
help
others.
him
All
be
right.
silent?
Well, I can cast Pass Without a Trace on myself, and as long as we hug close to me, there's an area around me that's like a dark.
I would honestly go solo. I mean, Vax said if it. All right, I'm with the plan still.
We're going in.
I'm with the plan.
We're just have
I was
to
gonna say,
improvise that. We'll do it live. We'll do it live.
yeah, we're gonna do it live. I like it. Honestly, I love.
As a note,
I'm the type of person I always plan ahead. I always plan ahead. But if something gets thrown in, like a wrench gets thrown in the mix, I'll still usually take a shot. Like I'm a risk taker. I like it to get a little crazy. I like it to get a little, you know.
Bloodlust on myself. Bloodlust.
I go ahead and I cast Enhance Ability on Vex.
Laura Bailey is not with us.
Sorry, everybody does it.
I know.
Our mother did it. I do it sometimes.
Okay, to increase his
I
dexterity.
never do it. I always call them by the right name. In the beginning, I did it. When we first started watching
Which is
the animated show, I think I got it wrong all the
And then
time.
I'm gonna go ahead. Hang on, let me keep track of all this. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cast Daylight on.
Music is great. The music did not work in the Patreon hour.
Are we ready for this? Are we going?
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
go.
fuck
Let's
it,
do
let's
this.
do it.
And I'm
Y'all
gonna go
ready
ahead and
for
cast
this?
Daylight on.
Wait,
What?
wait. We're trying to sneak over them before we land. Don't cast daylight on anything yet.
Okay.
We don't want to be
Okay,
bright,
I'll wait
shining
then.
sun.
Agreed, agreed, agreed. Agreed. My God. In my head, I was thinking, this doesn't sound great, but I'm not going to say anything.
All right, so that's preparation there.
Oh, I'm gonna sing a little ditty to inspire Vax. I didn't see the Vax, cause he's so goddamn stealthy.
Oh, I didn't see the sign. I saw the sign. I saw the sign. I saw the sign.
That wondrous rendition allows
Opened
you
up
a
my
D8
eyes, I
inspiration
saw
dice.
the
Hold on
sign.
to that.
The Ace of Base.
Is everybody finished?
Not the Ace, their Ace of Base.
Let's do this shit.
One of the first CDs I ever remember buying at the mall with
All
my
right,
brother.
ready? Scan
My
them.
brother, I didn't even know who they were at the
Pike
time.
is
My
happy
brother
to
was
take
like,
notes,
I gotta
so
go get the
nothing
CD, and he's
carries
older
your
than me.
giant form.
And we drove to the mall, and he bought the sign, Ace of Base.
Tiberius,
One of the
are
first
you casting-
memories I have.
are you
Sam
casting
Goody.
on fly across?
Yeah.
No, they're
Fly.
Fly, all right. At which point, you feel the strange lifting sensation.
That-
for a
I
second,
meant,
your
like, one of my
stomach
first
kind of has
memories I
butterflies,
remember
and you
of
realize that you can just
buying a CD, not like
think
in my
forward,
life, because
and
I
you
was like
drift
15.
forward. Think back, you drift back. Think up, you drift up.
Amazing. Don't puke in the helmet though, that would be gross.
We're almost done, everybody. There's probably, I'll do like another a minute or two.
You can fly.
We'll be around an hour and a half for the live stream.
Talking about for him to carry me.
Oh, can you carry you? Yeah.
Let's do
I mean, honestly, it might be a good time to stop anyway.
Great.
And
So-
I guess the rest of them are on the
Yeah.
rug.
So,
Well, I can't see, so you're gonna tell me. I start flying the wrong way.
Back up the other way. Well, okay,
around.
very good. Okay.
you actually clutch Grog by the sides of his face and start steering him like a vehicle.
Whenever I move your head, you just tilt that way. And so accordingly.
Are we all in flight
They're all
now?
taken care of, yes.
And the carpet?
Right road.
Tiberius, Percy, and I are on the carpet.
What about Vex? Is she with us?
She's on the carpet.
Is she staying behind?
Vex, for the time being, because it's just easier to organize for this, is coming on the carpet with you guys and is preparing in case she is needed.
Okay.
She's just quiet because she's
Vex
being
on a
smart
magic
about
carpet
the
ride.
last game.
Yes.
Be quiet, just feeling smug about being in another RPG right now. All right, so
She'll be back.
I want to see how you fly, Grog.
It's really rickety.
Bro, it's one arm in and one forward.
Superman, we're Superman flying. I love it.
Grog begins drifting.
He's very clever as this character. Like, for someone so unintelligent, Travis is very quick with the jokes.
All right.
And I'm not saying Travis is not intelligent. I mean, like,
in the
Grog.
middle between Grog and the carpet. That way my pass without a trace encompasses everybody.
Okay. All right.
I turn to scan.
Every time Matt has tried to say something like 3 or 4 times in a row, every time he goes, someone starts doing something. Literally 3 or 4 in a row.
By the way, Vax,
And it won't be me.
when we get up there, I'm just gonna make you invisible. So long you're not listening. It'll just happen.
What were you saying, Tiberius?
Nothing.
No, don't play it that way. What were you saying?
I was saying if you're all finished, I'll just make you invisible right before that happens.
You guys are all coasting over the chasm now. You're over the top of the large bridge and the 200-foot wide open hole in this tunnel that leads to the lake below. As you glance down, you can see just a little bit of a trickle from the soft red light that was deeper inside. You can see the small streams of lava that are just slowly pulling at the bottom on the outskirts of the lake proper.
Matt has entranced
as you
me.
begin to make it to the
I
other
literally just got
side,
like
you can see
hypnotized
tiny
by him
shapes
again.
moving in this
His
very barely lit
explanations are so
Warcamp
great.
of Duergar. As you're coasting over, and Clarota is along with you guys with his hood up, he kind of whispers into all your heads, says,
Beware, some of these army scary abominations created below within my city. I know not what to expect from them. So
Well, that's
be wary.
something I could have known earlier.
as this happens, everyone make a stealth check.
Yeah, what?
Everyone
Something that
because
you
of the
could have
past
told
dice,
me
everyone gets
yesterday.
+10
What is
stealth
that
check.
quote?
Plus 10?
Plus 10. Thanks to Keyleth.
It's Adam Sandler.
However, you are carrying 2 gnomes. You have it disadvantage.
Something that could have been brought to my attention yesterday.
My God.
Even with the plus 10? Okay, so...
All right, everybody, that is it for Vox O'Clock. We have exactly 1 hour and 30 minutes left for the live stream. I'm loving it. We have perfectly stopped right before we're about to battle. I was like, please don't get into it. Like, if you're going to get into it, give me like a good 5 or 10 minutes, but we're not actually like in the plan yet. We can back out right now. This is it. We got to ride or die and go with the plan. There was a hiccup in the plan. We cannot take Vax with us, at least not the way we wanted. We're going to go and we're going to see what happens. And if things look fishy, we'll just have Vax back off. Scanlan can still do what we need him to do. But basically all we've done in the YouTube video is confirm everything. We are about to still light Grog up like a giant lighthouse and do his thing. And I'm curious to see if we're going to get Laura Bailey in the live stream. Because I could have sworn in the beginning of the episode, it said something like, Laura Bailey may pop in. So I'm like, why would they have even still put that there if she doesn't? Because it's like they edit the video. So they would have just not even included that in the edit if she wasn't going to appear. I think she's coming is what I'm saying. I don't want to look. I could look right now and scan, but I want to be surprised. Maybe there'll be no surprise. Also, I said in the Patreon hour, if you're loving the shirt, Ray, my brother, made it for me for Christmas. I opened it up and immediately thought it was Hyrule from Link to the Past. He said he used some site online there where you could create things like this. I don't know what the heck it is, but I will find out if anybody's interested. But I thought it was so cool he got it for me for Christmas. There's certain things on here that look just like things carbon copied from the game. So I think they must be using it as references or flat out just wanted to do it so that you like thought it looked like it. But either way, live stream Friday where we will continue this and finish the last hour and a half. If we get 50 likes, we'll jump into the next episode, episode 5. You want to see more of what I do? In the description is the link for Patreon where you will see every episode of Campaign 1 and 2 Patreon hour. You can see thousands of movies and shows full unedited. You can ask me to watch whatever you want at a certain tier level. That is how we have Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest, Outer Banks, and Eureka. We just finished Cobra Kai Season 6, the final season. We're doing Yellow Jackets and Severance new seasons. Started Schitt's Creek and Leverage. Rambo 1/2 just ended. There are thousands of movies and shows full unedited. Check it out. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.